Let me check the setting, and we'll be good to go. Because sometimes it likes to reset random settings.
Nice.
That's fine. Simulation settings are fine. Weather and time of day are not fine.
Is the YouTube fine though?
Yes, we have a stream.
Good.
Alright, there you go. You can ping.
Okay.
I see how quick they're already up. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Anyways, hello everyone, and welcome to GRS PCF Freeware. Today, we're here for the penultimate round of the season in Mexico.
And this is the last race I'll be able to commentate because my family decided that they want to drag me off to Centre Parks or whatever.
At the season finale, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to. I'm actually gonna have to get a lobby host then. Great.
Are you busy as well?
No, because if I lobby host and stream, what do you think's gonna happen?
Oh. Ah.
My internet can handle one, not both at the same time. Actually, that's probably more of a factor that my internet probably can handle it, but my PC can't handle both.
So there's this bottle of glue that's been sitting on my desk for a few years, and I've just picked it up now. And when I squeeze it, it had like, you know, when you've had glue that's like semi-dry.
Yeah.
That's what the bottle feels like. Like it feels like the plastic, which is normally very not brittle, is going to break.
Here we go. Everything on. Okay. Let me post the stream link for everyone to know.
Should I talk about this track?
Live. Yeah.
The wings. There's the high wing philosophy, the low wing philosophy, and there's also the middle wing.
Yeah.
There is a 1.4 kilometer straight, which sounds very long because it is quite long, but it's only as long as the straight at Mugello. It's really not that long. Like
Nice
the
clear
Mercedes
skies.
W11, or actually a lot of the cars back then, when they took Cops Flat, it was 1.6 kilometers from Luffield to Maggots. Actually, it was Beckett's when they lifted. That's longer than the straight here, so it's long and not long at the same time.
Who's going out first? Is
And
it not
then-
Mitch? It's not Mitch. Wow.
So you do gain quite a bit by running low wings, but then the middle sector, if you run enough wing, you can take it completely flat.
That's my strategy normally.
Yeah.
I run 22.18 and take the middle sector flat.
You can do it flat at 22.18.
Yes.
I think
It's what's
Jarno was
called
running
skill.
28 front wing in esports.
Then he'd easily do it flat.
Yeah, but if you can
It's
do
not
it flat
like,
with...
for me, it's only obviously on softs rather than consistent on all the tyres. But yeah.
Also, the mediums at this track are so overpowered.
Yeah, the mediums are really good.
Like, the hards are just a horrible tyre.
I genuinely recommend pitting at the halfway mark in this race for mediums, just because of how strong they are off a tyre.
If there's an early safety car, normally you want to be in the hards after the safety car, like got some mediums to hards, but I think this track you want to do medium...
Oh, Arjun!
Oh!
So it is going to be Mitch first. So, Mitch started his lap here. Let's give you a rundown of the track. That was
The universe always corrects itself. Entropy is decreased, right? We'll talk about that later, but 334 I think down the straight, so not running the RB18 patented no wing. But not a W13 or SF1000, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the lobby settings are correct. I had a feeling for a second, have I accidentally turned ABS off? The answer is no, I haven't. I did not do that, as someone's messaging me on Discord, as always, during this. That's just a common theme these days, isn't it? Anyways, Mitch is in the middle sector. Gets it. Oh, rip. Well, I was going to say he's getting it good, and then it's a slight mistake.
Who else is on a lap? Sam's not on a lap.
Well, Arjun's messaged me saying he's had a screen freeze and gone into a wall, and can we restart quali?
No.
That's not.
Mitch is into the pits. Is David on a lap? No, he's invalidated, but I think he's gone for another lap. Let's see how many laps of fuel in the car. 3 laps. That will be enough fuel. I feel like riding on board with the Aston Martin. Changing cars. Only 332 down the straight. I think one of my setups that I genuinely ran for a league race was like 1410 on the wings. And I was doing like 340 down the straight.
Bradshaw's been disqualified.
Not ideal.
He's also parked directly in the middle sector.
That's not ideal, but David has spun, so he won't have to encounter the Bradshaw. Who else is on a lap? Championship leader by 28 points somehow. Like, at Hungary, started near the back, got wing damage at the start, and then somehow won that race ahead of Kyle Mack, who was in P2 last race, and in the standings.
It's almost a spin for Lucas. That is a corner where, to be fair, I almost spin every time as well.
Yeah. Hard corner. Stop pinging! We need to have, like, some sort of punishment for people who are persistently annoying.
How many pings have you got?
Just one.
Just
in
one.
GRS.
And Ennis has done a 16.9.
Is that good? I do not know.
I had a 15.7 earlier. Adam did a 16.8. I know that. So it's good for a banker, I guess. And Adam, speaking of him, is in the wall. That's Lapage, by the way. Not any of the other twos. One's disqualified. Another one is 3rd place. There's a lot of Adams.
Lapage has gone out on the mediums, which is interesting because I would have wanted to save the mediums for the race. It's very laggy / buggy. Says someone on the PlayStation. Now I could slag off the PlayStation now because PlayStation for some reason gets screen freeze in a crossplay lobby. I don't know why. PC doesn't get those screen freezes.
Not even Xbox gets those screen freezes.
It's odd. Although to be fair, I don't know that many Xbox players.
Do we have any in this tier? We did? No, we don't.
Stop pinging us! Why does it you having a technical problem / skill issue? I'm not sure which one though. We have to restart qualifying. Also, Lapage, have you heard of the flipping between neutral and first trick? Oh, he's done the staying in neutral. That's even more overpowered than the flipping it between first and neutral. The battery saving. How does it recharge that quick?
Pictures from the V6.
I might start using neutral in the race just to recharge the battery. If it's that powerful.
David's not on Ola. Mike's on Ola in the Red Bull.
But Lapage is starting a lap now. Opening the DRS, is he running the patented Zeke wings? He's going for slipstream.
I know he's definitely running some sort of wings.
Slowish wings. You don't normally see
think it's
people cut turn 1 or
49.
turn 3. But he didn't cut turn 2, so I'm a bit confused so far. But the Aston Martin seems to be running slightly higher than normal ride height. Although going a bit deep through turn 6. Now into the S's. Doing a small lift. We're not going completely off throttle to keep some momentum in the car through the trickier bits. Go into the final sector, braking with the wheel on the curb, which is not ideal, and then leaving a bit of room to the track limits on exit. But no wheel spin out of whatever corner that was. And now to the final corner, taking it tight to the line, and it is a 17.5 on the mediums, which on the softs I think would have been P1 in theory, on paper. We go more with Stamp, who is in the Haas right now, and I think is about to be starting a lap now with 2.6 laps of fuel left in the car and a full battery. As the Haas now comes out of the final corner, and is going down the straight, opens the DRS, building up speed all the way down the straight. Although only topping out at 332, which is not as much as some others, but keeping it nice and clean through turns 1, 2 and also 3. Getting on the traction control and opening DRS out of the corner, and overall it's been a pretty clean sector, which is almost 2 tenths up on the previous best lap. Now coming through turns 4 and 5, again stamping straight onto the traction control. Now out of 7th is a pretty important exit into the tricky middle sector, keeping it.
Ooh, that's an elevation.
Didn't look completely off the track.
Oh,
But I guess that will be this run in qualification over.
GRS is lagging really badly.
Yeah, that is some pretty bad lag.
He seems to be having major connection issues in the Alfa Romeo. That's like a whole lobby thing as well. Everyone else seems fine. Ennis is improving.
Although not by too much, but that is compared to the fastest time so far. But clips the apex of turn 7 a bit more than you want, but opening up turn 8 very nicely. Taking a decent line through the S's, could cut the apexes a bit more, but keeps it within track limits, and now coming into the final sector for a tricky braking zone. Keeps it well within track limits. 4th gear through the slow speed stuff because it gives a bit of that extra stability. And after the final corner, the Mercedes comes out and across the line, and it is a 16.6.
The gap at the top to have at the moment.
Yeah. Is anyone on a lap? I think Mitch is on a lap. That's a pretty intense apex cut by Mitch, but it might have worked. We'll see what the Delta says. Delta says meh. It was a bit deep though into turn 5, which will compromise the exit a bit. Now coming into 6 and 7, the double apex corner. Gets on the traction control and gets a clean exit. Now coming through the middle sector, it's okay, and then cuts the corner. That is not how you do it, Mitch. Very naughty. If you do that every lap in the race, you'll get disqualified 5/6 of the way through, which is not ideal. Let's go on board with New Adam, also known as Manju exclamation mark, as I like to say. He was carrying some pretty decent minimum speed through the corners. He was now on the traction control on exit of the corner. Now through the middle sector seems to be hooking it up quite well, although the rear end seems a bit loose and cutting the apex just a bit too much, which causes an invalidation. Apparently there's a bit of lag problems in this lobby, so a re-lobby might be required, but will New Adam head to the pits? Seems like it. Lapage finally onto the soft compound tyres, getting a lot of speed into turn 1, 339, so the lowest wings. Not opting to not cut the apexes this time. Although Adam Lagpage is having a minor bit of lag, but that is normal for the Aston Martin driver. Although takes 2 stabs into the apex of turn 5, which is not ideal or an artifact of lag, but now coming into the middle sector, not completely flat, but given those wings I'm not too surprised, although runs out wide and invalidates, so everyone's struggling with track limits here. And I'm not sure if he has time to make it back to the... I think he does have time to make it back to the pits and go back out.
Could we do a restart after quali, do you reckon, just for a stability confirmation? Oh, Carmack's in the wall.
Okay.
That's my fault, it's just to, you know, make sure we're not having... Because there's been like 4 or 5 complaints, so we will restart after quali.
As Smurfing Ledge, who I think is not yet on the... Or is he on the... No, DNF last time. This is... What's his name? It's... Harvey...
Conway.
Harvey Conway. I don't see Harvey on the standings. You guys are lazy. Although the AlphaTauri set a lap time for good enough for provisional P3, Mitch is already invalidated and it's only been 1 turn. It's about Spain, who has not invalidated this lap so far, although is 2 milliseconds down. And is now coming into the final sector. Using first gear for that extra rotation, as someone would say. Although it turns in a bit early for the final corner, which compromises the exit a bit. Comes across the line, it's an 18.5, which is... The game says it's a 1.5 second improvement. Was it? Is David doing anything? No. I think he's going to do a recharge lap and then go again.
Hello everyone on the chat, which is Jacob and Roger Well.
Who should be
How are you
riding
doing?
board with? Maybe... I don't know why, but I'm guessing... I feel like today I'm going to choose New Adam to pile the pressure onto. Because normally we'd go for David, but that's a bit mean to commentators curse him every week, so... Let's switch it up a bit. Winner of the French Grand Prix, although DNF'd in Hungary after a bit of an oopsie-daisy with Ennis, which is probably a very polite way of describing that crash. Although it invalidates the outlap, which is not what you want, it seems to be getting a lot of rotation through the middle sector, which is indicative of a quick car, but is also quite difficult to drive, as it seems like there's a long queue of drivers lining up to start the lap. I've never seen them this organised. And I'm surprised none of them have gone early so they can do 2 laps because of invalidations and such. Although,
Starting the lap really close together. That's Lowry
yeah,
and New Adder.
as New Adam is doing only 3:31 down the straight, so running a bit higher on the wings. Although they get some pretty good grip through the first chicane, and now coming into whatever turn this is, get some pretty good apex speed, and is now coming into turns 6 and 7, and now out of the corner into the middle sector.
Beats Ennis by
That's a
7
good
days.
lap. New Adam does a small break through the middle sector, but other than that, carries some decent speed. And now into the final sector, the Alpine goes, and now just the final corner, stamps on the traction control, takes a relatively short line, and it's a 16.8, which is
Ennis is improving.
3rd on the grid for now, but Ennis
Goes
improves,
faster.
and it is actually quite close at the top.
The championship leader's invalidated. Then you're going to be starting 10.
This is probably a track where you can get away with starting 10. Considering he started like... He went from like quali ban to podium at Portimao. And then... what's it called? Hungary, yes. Got a terrible start, but somehow came back to win the race, so...
I'm going to quickly disappear for the space of like 12 seconds.
Okay. Here's race director, but we are doing a new lobby afterwards. So here's the tyres you use, but you're all getting new tyres. I would recommend going for the harder allocation just in case you want that second set of hards, which I don't think you want at this track. But I don't think you'll need 3 sets of softs. But here's everything that happened. And we are going to... How do I get out of the lobby? No. 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 You get me out of here. Yes, Hugo. Hi, you missed quali. Hello again, Luke.
Yep. I'm trying to get out the lobby.
Yeah, so am I.
I am out the lobby.
You are out. That is
Why re-lobby Hugo? Big lag.
big lag.
Big lag.
Should I see what happens on the start and see who kills themselves? Or who kills who? Person who kills the most other people gets a point. Not a championship point, just a point. We're getting a lot of timers, and then someone leaves and that changes the timer. Will anyone take the fake race start? That is going to be an interesting question. We'll soon see.
Right. Actually, let's go.
There's a bit of an
F7.
argument in the Discord chat about what the weather's going to be.
Oh,
Okay.
why?
In the fake lobby, we have 5 red lights. Is there any real driver in this? I don't think so. They all look ghosted. And Manchu exclamation mark on this fake start has taken the race lead. Yeah. And have they all gone... What tyres has the game put... Oh gosh, that is weird. They're all ghosting through each other, which is an interesting race to watch. As there's been a lot of explosions in the old lobby.
I'd say.
Yeah, and the race is finished now, as Mitch has now finally retired. And I'm a bit stuck in a garage, but you can see the Red Bull walking out onto the podium, having... Okay, we're heading back into the lobby, which is not the lobby. Yeah, the lobby, not lobby. So, this screen. Get me in the new lobby, please.
Do you need an invite, or are you good?
No, I have
Let's
magic.
start inviting the console players.
I have magic to get in the lobby without an invite. It's called skill. And I need to go for a minute to refill my bottle of water, as someone would say. None of you will get that. So I don't know why I made that joke, but... I'm going now, so you can complain about it amongst yourselves.
Anyways, to anyone watching on stream, sorry, I'm there to keep you updated with doing the lobby. The joys of doing a lobby again, because the game works fantastically.
Yo!
Yo, the lobby is half done. I'm just doing the grid.
I've restocked my water, emptied my bladder, and also got some chocolate fingers. If any of you know what those are.
So, I had some yesterday.
They are yummy.
Have you though? Yes, indeed. Right, grid set.
Good.
Any sound and Max went red. Pitch safe. Road solve. Yep, okay, grid set sorted.
Are you pinging them or am I?
Go for it. You can. Very nice. Right, hopefully.
We're at 15 out of 17 readied up.
Who's missing? Fane and Bradshaw.
Oh, Justine now.
Before the timer ends, is it possible?
Is it possible?
Yes.
Yes, we
It
did
is
it!
possible. Alright, I'm not gonna do anything. An issue before is I did tab off during the loading of the lobby before, so I have a thing that may have caused an issue.
Oh,
So I'm not
naughty.
going to do that this time. No, we're not going to do that. That may have caused a lobby issue slightly. But, anyways, we are here in Mexico, and we are ready to race.
Good.
It's going to be a dry race, cloud to light cloud.
Whoa.
Or overcast to light cloud. How exciting is that weather? Very. We don't get rain very often, do we? We've had... What races had rain? Any of them?
Hungary we had rain.
Hungary,
We
yeah.
finished the race in
At the
Hungary.
end. To be fair, we literally had it last week. But it was only, what, 10 laps?
But
Still
Philip Jeff was net leader until his wheel broke on the
Spa.
final lap.
We had
Oh,
rain
yeah.
at Spa. Lucas has just reminded me. Anyways, here we go then. Sam's disconnected. And we're starting.
Nice.
It said not enough players to start the race. As the race is
Are you going to do it this week?
getting underway. Yep. So as we go to 5 red lights, and we are now away here in Mexico as everyone is just crawling away from the start. Mexico tends to be a bit carnage towards turn 1 as Ennis has managed to keep his lead from the Haas behind, and looks like he's going to be able to do that as Adam in the Alpine slots in behind. Ennis in the dive there from the Haas down the inside, and they're going to be 3 wide, a bit of contact with the Alpine and the Mercedes, and there's a yellow flag in the background. That's Lucas Rudd who's sent to last. And he's been caught up in the carnage here, which is exactly what Ennis will be loving to see right now. As I can see, Adam Bradshaw's up to 10th and Arjun's up to 11th from the back. And Mitch has actually gone backwards today, which is a shock. Yeah. Mitch has gone backwards off the start.
Oh, he's on the mediums, not the softs. What a
Kyle
mistake.
and Lowry are on mediums. Mitch is already up to 12th again. So he's gone from 9th to 15th to 12th in the space of... Oh, Carl Max almost binned it there. That was close. And
Oh, there's a crash in the front.
I said we just sent one on Ennis, it looks like, and... Everyone's getting a bit chaotic here. Lucas Rudd's already back up to 12th after being sideways at turn 1. As Karl Max going for the move for 3rd place, side by side with Champier. And Lowry's looking behind these two. He's got the slipstream. Is it going to be 3 wide into turn 1? Oh, the Haas is moving across. That's going to be close. Carl breaks later down the inside. And he's managed to get ahead just about.
Also, Lowry tapped the back of Stamp through the corner, which compromised the Williams' speed quite a bit. However, David in 11th seems to be going side by side with Arjun. They're both on the hard tyres right now. So they'll...
Solve's going for a dive. Well, I don't know how Ennis is going to feel right now. After that, lap 1.
He's struggling to keep within DRS of Manju.
Kyle's doing some dodgy track limits.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a warning or not, because everyone's getting invalidated in qualifying, but we know this track in the race. Some corners he can really abuse, but we'll soon see how many people are getting the penalties in a lap or two.
They've
As
got
there's
two
our
Alpha
first
Tauris
one.
and Bradshaw side by side as one of them just cut the corner off completely and got a 3-second penalty straight for it. As Karl Max sets the fastest lap of the race. What is going on? Lowry's going for a move for P4. And the medium runners are making the best of
Lowry's
those
out of battery
players.
though.
Yeah, Lowry is out of battery. I don't know how that's happened after just 3 laps, or 2 laps even. But the Williams is going to get ahead of the Haas driver. And DRS will be in play for the next time around, so I'm sure something's probably
And
going to happen.
Bradshaw's had a bit of a tangle with Arjun.
Cool.
And Arjun is also flashing. So everyone's being quite aggressive on this race start.
Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, it's the end of the season, everyone's fighting for everything they can. Well, for Ennis, that is sort of just, for him, holding this place ahead of Kyle right now. I think is where his season
Cal's
lies.
gone wide
Kyle's up
again.
Callum's got a penalty in. Someone's out the race. That's Champ. Oh, he's been that on the track. That's a VSC. That's surely going to get upgraded there.
I feel that's getting upgraded.
I think it's
Lucas,
too
who
late.
had a terrible lap 1, is already up to P11 and his wing looks intact. It's only a virtual safety car, so too early to box and not enough benefit.
Yeah.
What is it? It's boxing now and going medium better than the hards. I don't think so, because the VSC on this, in real life, the VSC literally halves the pit stop time.
Oh, we're going again.
On the game,
And there is going to be DRS on this straight as well, but Ennis isn't going to get it because he's lost.
Yeah, he's out.
Almost a second after that, VSC. It's actually separated the grid a bit, which may be for the better.
But Mitch is going to maybe go full move on Sam, although he switched off the battery, but does have DRS, and I think they'll be going
Oh, Sam's gone deep.
on the back of Lucas Rudd already.
Oh, Adam's gone into the wall. The Alpine has no front wing.
I said that car looked quite twitchy in qualifying, and it is.
So Karl Max's car also looks twitchy.
As he also forces, what's his name, Harvey, off, which allows Bradshaw to get past. So the two Adams working together, it seems. And that what?
Arjun's lagging bad.
Yeah, Arjun is lagging quite bad. And seems to have gone quite deep into the corner, but...
Cole's going for me for the lead.
He's got DRS, and I think he's got the lead on the medium compound tyre after 4 laps.
This is crucial, this front fight, while Lucas is staying in 10th. I'll tell you that. He's staying in 11th now as Mitch has gone for the move. And Sam, who's got a rocket ship in that Ferrari. And even Staines trying it as well.
I mean, those hards aren't working too well, but also the absence of DRS for the Williams must have hurt a lot.
Sam! He's taking out the DRS board. Does he have damage to go along with that? I don't think so.
But Lucas, after all that fighting, is now almost a second behind Mitch, so...
Carl's surely getting a penalty soon. He's gone off track about 7 times.
Well, if he's not getting one in game, someone's surely going to report him and...
Get him about 10 seconds of penalties already. Or 9. He's probably on. He's definitely got one for the inside cut there, and if he hasn't, then that's just the game being awful. As Lowry's also looking for a move on Ennis. We have seen team play from the Williams this season, so maybe he's going to try and do that again. He's already recharged 30% in, what, 2 laps since he was on 0?
That's quite impressive. Although there was a virtual safety car to
and he's not even using it now. He's going to go down the inside. And they're going to be side by side. Ennis takes over the inside cope. Karl Max got a penalty. That was quick.
I think does Lucas have damage or something, because he's lost a bunch of time to Mitch.
maybe the mediums are just that much better at
Yeah.
this stage. I mean, Kyle is literally leaving Ennis as David Toy moves up into 8th place ahead of Adam Bradshaw. As they've now got the 2 AlphaTauris ahead of them.
Will David be able to bridge into DRS of those ahead? We'll find out after the middle sector.
I feel like this whole race is just depending on penalties at this point, because I have a feeling
Mexico is always dependent on penalties.
Mitch is on 6 seconds, I think. Yeah.
It's not uncommon for people getting close to 30 seconds of penalties here.
Yeah, we had a disqualification the last time we came to Mexico in GRS.
Sheesh. But David is within DRS of the AlphaTauris. So...
Lowry's also going for a move on Ennis.
And I think he's got the move done on the straight with the aid of the drag reduction system.
As Lapage moves up into P4, but Callum Pearce is going to send one round the outside as Lapage breaks. Very early, I will say.
And there's also fighting behind as the AlphaTauris seem to have swapped positions as Bradshaw's had a spin. But the AlphaTauris are really draining their batteries down to literally none. And meanwhile, David's just sitting there on 70% and looking to try and get a switchback, although doesn't work out into the corners. They're going nose to tail through the middle sector. We're right on board with David and even get rid of
Bradshaw's got a penalty. As Callum Pearce also cuts the corner there, that's probably a warning. As there's yellow flags, that's Mitch. And he's got no front wing. So he's going to have to go into the pit lane.
Teleported on my screen.
Who did?
Arjun.
Yeah. He's laggy.
Right now David is quite close to the back of the final AlphaTauri. However, the AlphaTauri gets really good drive off the corner and just pulls away on the straight.
Yeah. And this didn't get DRS on Lowry despite being very close.
That is weird. Is there a bit of issues in this lobby?
I don't think there is.
Everyone's lagging around a lot. Well, David,
I mainly see Arjun. Who else sees here?
Just everything in general seems a bit iffy this lobby. Although no one's complained about anything so far, so we'll keep going.
Adam Lagpage. I can see Lapage, Arjun, the 2 main ones who are lagging on my POV. If I go on board with them, everyone else seems fairly fine. Darius is a bit. Other than that, everyone else is okay. So it's 3 major ones at the moment.
I think David's going for it into, or not, use the battery, but ended up not going for the move into the final sector. And also,
I think he might go for it now though, in a second.
I'm not sure if Harvey Conway is in or out of DRS. I suspect just in. However, David also has a lot of battery that he can dump, and you can see the flashing red light on that back of the AlphaTauri, which means that it is derating. And I think even though the AlphaTauri has DRS, David is able to pull alongside on the straight using the battery and will have the inside line into turn 1 and gets the position through the chicane and will now...
He might also get Arjun here.
Yeah,
nope,
or not.
never mind. I really hope I'd love to hear David's reaction if he saw the same as we did.
I would as well.
He's probably like, oh, 2 for 1 here. Oh, wait, what?
Arjun runs a bit wide on our scheme, but maybe not on his.
Yeah. Ennis is doing really well to stay in DRS here.
Yeah.
Although he did just accidentally double shift, I'm pretty sure, so that's not helped. As we see Bradshaw spinning.
That is unfortunate for the Mercedes driver.
Kenneth and Lowry both missed out on DRS by literally... Oh no, Ennis got it. which is
Are these funky
helpful
deltas or
for him.
something? As New Adam gets 3 seconds for track limits, and David's also dumping the battery to try and get past Arjun, and he also has the advantage of the slipstream and DRS, which this AlphaTauri will not have. David is ahead into the braking point, however Arjun is going to try and fight it down the inside. However, going through turn 2, David is ahead and will get a double dose of DRS thanks to the double detection, and the AlphaTauri behind does not have any battery to be able to fight back with, and I think David will have the position comfortably coming into turn 4, which he does.
Yep.
And he'll now set chase to Callum Pearce, who is 1.5 seconds ahead, so half a second to that DRS, and he's already gained in 1/10 so far since the overtake, and I suspect he'll be gaining even more, although it seems to actually keeps it fairly even through the middle set, so it might be the slow speed that the Aston
Lowry's reeled Kyle in here.
Although Lowry's battery is not that great, but the DRS at this track is quite strong, I would say, because it is a quite long straight, and it's also a double detection.
On Kyle.
Trying to make sure that his teammate doesn't get outscored too much by his championship rivals. And speaking of his teammate, he's down in 9th, fighting Stain. This is not ideal.
He's going to go for the move. And he's going to get it.
Lucas does have a lot of battery though, so... Not everything is terrible, it's just mostly terrible.
If he picks up a few points though, that is good enough, realistically.
Yeah.
And I tell you something, he doesn't have a penalty yet. Well, not that many people do at the moment, only 3 ahead of him. That could be very crucial at the end of the race.
Stain makes an absolute cockery of the 4-5 chicane, and that allows Lucas to sail straight past.
Yeah. Yes, there's a penalty.
Another
for
one.
Harvey. It's like 6 seconds now, yep. Yeah, and the other driver on 6 is Mitch at the moment, who hasn't picked up a penalty in 5 laps, so I guess that's an improvement. As, again, Lucas Rudd drops down behind Stain. These two having a good fight at the moment for
Lucas
P9.
has DRS, slipstream, battery. Lucas can very easily stroll straight past.
Oh, Mac might get a move for the lead. He's gone off at turn 1 there. Not turn 1. The exit of the turn 1 complex, shall I say. That's not going to be a move, but what is a move is Lucas getting enough into P9.
When all the hards stop.
Oh, he's had a bit of a moment there, and that's going to invite Stain back again potentially, but the DRS should keep him safe.
Yeah. What do you think about the double detection?
It's interesting. I think somewhere like Hungary, I feel like it makes more sense. Here, I'm not sure about it, to be fair. I don't know.
Well, it means
I
that
feel like it should be 2.
you don't get strategy of waiting behind for DRS onto the second straight, which some would say is a good thing, but also some would say it's not so great.
I mean, it just depends how you look at it, really.
Yeah, but David is nose to tail with Callum Pearce coming out of the final corner, and the Aston Martin will also have the aid of the drag reduction system, and isn't breezing straight past, but does get ahead before the braking zone, and is able to take the racing line into the corner, as Sam has disconnected, unfortunately. And now David will set chase to his teammate ahead, who is...
Stain's fighting with Lucas again. His teammate's only 1.8 up the road, to be fair. And maybe David has pace to get past his teammate and even reel in the front 3 a bit.
Maybe.
Will it matter? I don't know.
Also,
Depends
he hasn't taken the mediums yet, so it'll be a lot faster than Lowry and Kyle. once they all pit in a few laps' time.
Yeah. Kyle's really in a bad spot if there's a late safety car here.
Yeah. He looks like he's dropped out of DRS.
Yeah, he has.
And he's also got that 3 seconds.
This is actually crucial for Larry, you know.
Yeah. Lowry and Lucas as well.
As there's a retirement Bradshaw's into the barriers.
Will that bring out the safety car?
Nope. No safety car.
This is boring.
To be fair, I think that's probably best. I think Ennis will be happy with that. Because otherwise, the medium runners would have had essentially a 3-star.
No, but Ennis can now could go to mediums, and they will make it to the end.
Hey,
They
yeah,
won't
but I
be
think
optional by the end, but the hards are so crap at this track that the advantage that the hards have at the end is still quite small.
how many penalties people are going to get this race? As Kyle's really staying off the curbs, whereas Ennis is choosing to attack them, which is interesting to see. There's definitely some difference in the setup, probably due to the right height, as Arjun picks up a 3-second time penalty.
He also drops out of David's DRS. That might have something to do with getting stuck behind Callum Pearce.
I'm on inviting duties. Let's hope I don't get disconnected, shall we?
Let's hope. But Ennis is using the battery now, and I think he's going for a move on Kyle, who does not have DRS or slipstream. And Ennis is up the inside into turn 1, and it is not really contestable at this point. And I think Kyle will just have to sit behind and maybe go past next lap, because I think the Alfa Romeo does have a small battery advantage. Also, in other news, David is very slowly reeling in the leaders. In other news, Lowry is leading the race. Other news,
I've done an invite.
championship leader Lucas Rudd is fighting Stain for P9, which is not optimal if you have a championship to win. Although when you are 28 points ahead, it's not too bad. And wasn't he in a worse position at this point in Hungary?
I think so.
Yeah. Sam is in and out with the technical problems.
Oh, what, is he out again at the session?
Computer say no. That's what computers
Computer
say.
says no.
That's what computers say. Computer say no. As there is a spinner of Darius in L middle sector.
Apparently, I'm getting a warning saying accepting an invite will remove you from the current game. That's a new thing.
What? At least I'm being honest this time.
It didn't remove me though, probably inviting him. But yeah, anyways, David's up to P4 ahead of Lapage.
Were there any team orders involved? Maybe.
Is staying fighting with Lucas Rudd? Yes.
Yes. I think the answer is yes to that question.
I didn't get to see Ennis get up to second. I missed that one. Boo.
I think it was a DRS
Oh, that's going to be a
pass.
warning there.
For who?
Ennis.
Or is it?
Probably not, to be fair. Kyle could easily have 10 minutes of penalties from track limits here.
Why does the game never give me helicopter shots when I want it, and only give it when it's mildly nice? Though this is a
Fans, they
very nice
failed
shot.
to join the session.
That is not anything new.
Lapage is lifting and coasting behind David. And
Makes sense
yeah,
if you've been told to hold position.
if you've been told you may be slow, plus move. Looks.
Has Lucas finally been able to break Stain? Maybe. Yellow flag.
Yellow flag. That's Callum.
Only a minor mistake.
Oh no,
though.
Slaypage. Well, he hasn't held position very well. I'll say that.
Well, at least it doesn't seem like he's done a Vasmussen on Von Har.
Back to
Darius
invite him.
and Callum
Oh,
both get
goodbye, Callum.
penalties.
That's a wall.
Wings seem somewhat intact though. And I think Lucas has been able to break out of DRS of Stain. Or has he? Because Stain's gotten a much better exit. It's been very ping-pong, the gap between these two.
As Carl and Lowry are in. Oh, Lowry just got... Wait, Kyle just got held by Darius. That's kind of important, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that his championship over?
Lowry's come out just behind Callum Pierce.
And 5 seconds ahead of his teammate. Who's
Yeah.
yet to box. Last week at Hungary, we talked about how Ennis had only scored like, how many was it? 10 points in the last few races, whereas Lucas had scored like 70 something. I think now it's like 10 versus close to 100. After Ennis DNF'd in Hungary. And we've always talked about how Ennis needs to turn it around now, and... Well, I guess Ennis is leading this race, and Lucas is having a bit of a not-so-great race. To put it that way. But we've said that about so many races so far. And then Ennis has, whether it be crashing near the end, crashing lap 1, crashing lap 1, or crashing near the end, or what was it at Zandvoort?
I don't know.
Getting disqualified for something. Carl's got 3 more seconds.
Yeah.
Something has always gone against Ennis.
Are you trying to jinx him?
I don't know, but in the past 5 races, Lucas's minimum point score is bigger than Ennis's total point score. Which is a bit concerning for the Mercedes camp.
Lucas is now out of the points at the moment.
Although is on the medium tyres, which are quick.
Yeah. We'll see how we can do on them. But, without a safety car, I think it's going to be just a few points scored today.
Yeah. Not looking too optimal. At
Whereas
this point
Ennis,
in time.
it is looking optimal. I will say. As Lowry's currently stuck behind Callum Pierce. I am going to invite again. Wish me luck.
Lowry has not gotten the best of fractions out of the corner. And also there's the car of Darius, who is a lap down and is very sufficient in the straight line speed department.
Lowry's also going for the move on Callum, who just gets a much better turn 1 in general.
Sam is in.
Sam's back.
Hasn't instantly disconnected. I think that's a win.
Carl Mack is up to 7, although 6 seconds is not going to help him out.
Yeah, ahead of
I will say that.
ahead of new Adam, who is on 15 lap old mediums, which probably are a bit beyond their best at this point. Just a bit though.
Lucas going for the move on Stain. And he's managed to get that one.
Ah, these two and their battle. But now that Lucas has the tyre advantage. My gosh,
Yeah.
Ennis is already starting the new lap.
There's been a mistake from David Hoy somewhere. He's lost like 1.2 seconds as Arjun's in. Callum Pearce is also in. And
Releasing
the pit
Lowry.
stops are arriving.
It's more than halfway through the race.
New Adams also in. As Carl sits
sits
fastest.
on hards.
Interesting. Kyle is on the move, definitely. However, he's 7 seconds behind Lowry, which is not ideal.
Yeah, not ideal.
And he's also going to be under pressure from Arjun
Arjun
and
cold
Co.
tyres, so Arjun's going to lose like maybe a
Actually, probably
second
just
or two
Arjun.
this lap. But then the mediums will pick up in pace once they get into their operating window, and the Alpha Tauri will slowly just drift towards the Alfa Romeo, the other Alpha.
Is Ennis going to box this lap? The answer is yes. Is David Hoy going to box this lap? The answer is no. Is Adam Lapage going to box this lap? The answer is no.
No to all.
So, let's see where Ennis is going to come out. I assume between Kyle and Lowry, I'd say 3 or 4 seconds behind Lowry.
Although Kyle is... Was that Darius? I think that is
That's
Darius.
yeah. Yeah, Ennis is pretty much where he would have wanted to be. Not too far behind Lowry, and is in a reasonable striking distance.
And those tyres will comfortably make it to the end. And they'll be very quick until the end as well.
Yeah, he just needs to get them up to temp and then go on the attack, really. As Arjun is going to be fighting with Carl Mack momentarily. Is he going to go to the inside? The answer is he's going to try. Ugh. That was close.
Should we go on board with New Adam, who right now is fighting with Lucas for P9.
Oh, yellow flags. Carl's in to a wall, I think. No, Darius.
Darius has binned it. Will that bring out the safety car, though?
Yes.
It has! David's loving life as he's just entered the pit lane. And I assume Lapage is also going to enter the pits. He does. Is David going to be leading this race? He was only like 5 seconds behind Ennis. And he hasn't had to do the warm-up. This is going to be tight. Like, very tight. I think
Get the battery on Ennis.
Ennis does get ahead, but David's now P3 on the best tyres, asterisks.
Yeah. Yeah, Aston are loving life. I mean, they're third and... Oh no, Lapage is disconnected in the pit lane. So, there goes any sort of benefit he was gaining out of this.
Might be able to rejoin though. It's better to disconnect now than... what's it called? During the thing.
I think Callum's going to get told to give that back.
I don't know though.
Yeah. He is. No, he's
will
not.
the AI not overtake?
Yeah, he is.
That was tight though. If a human was driving the car, the battery would have been flipped on.
Lapage has joined.
Good. This might be a 3-lap safety car, given how far back Mitch and Mike are.
Hey, something. This is what Lucas needed.
Lucas, if you're listening, box at the end of this lap. This way you'll have the newest tyres.
At the end of this lap, mediums.
I'm not sure if he'll lose 1 or 3 positions though. Actually, he was level with Stain, I think.
Cam's got a penalty under safety car.
This is becoming too common. I can't award squill issues anymore.
He's got a drive-through for speeding under safety car.
Lucas, now that the guy's got a drive-through, you'll lose 0 positions by boxing, and he does. It's like this guy's able to read my mind. I have like telepathic abilities or whatever. Comes in
Yeah,
for
maybe.
a brand new set of mediums. Not a surprise. They'll be on 0% as I believe that Sam is trying to serve the drive through now. However, is served up a set of mediums.
I check what circumstances are required for Lucas to win the championship, since there's 34 points on offer next week.
He's won 2. Kyle has won 0. Ennis has won 2. So
He needs to only drop 4 points to Ennis, at most. Actually, no, he needs to drop at most 3 points to Ennis.
yes.
And he needs to beat
Actually,
Kyle by...
Lucas has 3 second places compared to Ennis, who only has 1 so far. So,
But if Ennis was to win Brazil, which he'd
if
have to, then yeah, he'd win.
it depends on the count back.
So, and Kyle needs to not get outscored by 7 points, which conveniently is the amount for a win, as Sam has retired.
On track under safety car. And driven it into a wall. And broken the wing.
Right.
That is a true bruh moment.
Nice game.
Now he's going to be leading the restart on 7-lap old hards. Is this when I do
Might
like the
get absolutely launched on into
chill
turn 1.
emoji, like the scared, frightened ice? You know what I'm talking about, all 22 people who are watching, right?
Right. Bradshaw's left the session. He's
I guess he's bored of engineering Ennis.
I think he's just going for the good luck Ennis. He wished him good luck and left him on his way.
How many positions do you think Lucas can make up? If I was his
5.
engineer, I would just be saying, keep it clean. You're going to be leading the championship regardless.
Yeah. This
Kyle
is pretty
has a
much
bunch of
must-win day for
penalties. Ennis is
Ennis.
38 points behind. All he needs to have is your teammate needs to just screw Ennis and Kyle over, and then you are champion. As safety cars in this lap, although that is not legal advice if you're listening, Lowry. Not legal advice.
Lowry seems pretty ready to go, to be fair.
When all the games stop giving me such crap camera angles.
Yeah, Lowry's following the safety car quite closely. I think he's just ready to get the throttle down and just go straight away, and he is. He's gone.
Or has he?
If I was Ennis, I would have gone flat out then, because he wouldn't have even got alongside by the line, and he could have got that.
Oh,
There's a yellow flag. Slapage is gone. Ennis is not going to...
Neil Adams seems to be going side by side with Callum Pierce, although I think he backed out.
We'll say he backed out.
Yeah, we'll say he backed out.
Ennis is going for it here. Down the inside of the Williams. Can he get the move done? Under braking, yeah. He can, but the Williams is going to try fight it back, but has a bit of a moment. And that's Ennis into the lead of the race. That's the important move. Now he needs to say goodbye to Lowry and hope that David can't get past, essentially.
If I was Lowry, I would be allowing the peoples through so that Ennis can have a chance of losing points.
Ennis did just make a mistake, and that's going to invite Lowry back, though.
Oh. Lowry is very close to the back and tries
He's got off track, and he's rejoined right on top of David. He's going to brake later, though, as David is squeezed all over the curbs, and Karl Max now all over the back of him. As Ennis just needs to go at this point. He's got no time to mess around. Lucas is 9th and in penalty range of 4th place, is all I'm saying.
Pretty decent. Although Mitch seems
Oh,
pretty...
it's going to be 3 wide. Oh, that's going to be contact between the AlphaTauris and Kyle. As Kyle has gone off track again.
Gone very off track.
Here comes Harvey.
But also,
As
Lucas is being forced to defend from Mitch Snape.
David's up to 2nd.
And I think
Although he
Mitch
has
has got
been
past
sideways there.
Lucas. Or has he?
Yep.
They're going side by side. And Mitch has gotten in front of Lucas. So, not the ideal restart.
As staying behind him has now got a penalty, so everyone around him has penalties. As long as Lucas just doesn't get a penalty, as Mitch picks up more time to be added on.
Lucas seems very close to the back of Mitch as well. And he would have seen Callum's rear light flashing as well for a brief moment.
From
Seeing-
3rd down, they're literally all head to tail at this point.
Oh! Mitch has spun Callum around. Not the best of moves by Mitch, I will say.
We didn't get to use much of our replay system today.
Yeah.
As
Although I haven't
here
set
comes
it up
arching down
properly.
the inside on Lowry. And Harvey's also side by side as well with Kyle Mack. As this is getting interesting, shall we say, as New Adam's also going to go for the move here on Kyle. He's going to force him right up to the edge of the track. But New Adam isn't phased, but he's got an AlphaTauri blocking his move. He sort of shoves Kyle off the track a
New
little
Adam
bit.
is also
But
missing an end plate. I've just
Yeah.
noticed.
this is...
And Mitch is going to try to join the fight.
Everyone is just... I don't even know. David's right on the back of Ennis.
And DRS gets enabled this lap.
As Callum picks up a penalty. Ennis is at the moment, David's staying behind.
Staying
here
behind
we
is
go.
probably the smart move, given the double detection. Who's got more battery? They're both fairly equal. David with slightly less, but David has DRS and will probably be going for the move now. As the Aston Martin is ahead
Oh,
into
there's a
turn
bin.
1.
I don't know what happened. I think Mike either lagged or spun or something.
Staines trying to go past Lucas, although the softs are likely going to die by the end of the race on the Ferrari. And
Lucas is still going to finish 5th.
I've
at this
noticed
rate.
that Lucas is a bit timid.
What
on
is
the back,
going on in front? New Adam's down the inside.
despite the front wing damage.
Carl Max down to 7th. Ennis will be liking what he sees, apart from the fact that Lucas is, you know, still in a good spot as Kyle has hit someone there. Ennis has got a penalty. Ooh.
And I'm not sure if Ennis is within DRS range of David. It's going to be very tight coming into
Just
the detection
He
point.
has to get this. David's had a moment though. Yeah, he's got it.
Go back and
Ennis just needs this to just stay 2nd now. That's
Yeah.
all he needs in this race, essentially. As everyone else looks like they're going to find each other's own disaster at this rate, it seems.
Lucas has got a very good exit, but likes to save the battery, I've noticed. Maybe a bit too much. Although he is using it
using
now,
it
and he's
there.
going to go past his championship rival, Kyle Mack, and he's using the battery, and he's able to do the overtake before the braking zone. However, Kyle will challenge around the outside on the much worse tyres, and unfortunately for him, is forced to concede the position to Lucas, who is also now on the back of Harvey Conway, who is also flashing, which will just be inviting Lucas up to make more positions, which will be crucial for the championship fight.
Yeah, this is important here. Lucas doesn't need to make these moves though. The drivers ahead have already got, well, they got 9 and 6 seconds respectively.
How much is
As
our...
he's going to go for it here, there's
Oh!
no way he's trying that! How's he pulled that one off? I don't know. but he's almost lost the car in the process. Oh.
And now Carl's going to be fighting for the position. And I think Carl has gotten
He's
back
gonna flag.
past...
David's gone. David's gone.
What?
He's got no front wing.
What is this?
Ennis is into the lead of the race again, and he's got a massive gap at the front. Oh, Lucas has almost got into a wall as well. He's going to be under pressure from Mitch now. As here comes Mitch, he's trying to get involved in this. This is just absolutely ridiculous towards the end of this race. I don't even know what's going to happen at this point. As Mitch is going to look to the inside, almost hitting to Lucas there. That could have been very not good for Lucas, shall we say?
Yeah.
As this is close. As close as it could be as Karl Mack's gone for the move for P5 on the AlphaTauri, and he's managed to get that one done. Mitch right over the back of Lucas here, but he just can't get this one done with 5 laps to go. And, well, Aston Martin, we said they're having a great strategy with the safety car coming out from there, 11th and 12th. And nowhere to be seen, essentially, at this point for them. As Lucas is trying to get this move done on the AlphaTauri in front as Mike's into the wall in the middle sector. Is that a safety car?
Yes,
it
is.
Oh, Staines almost
Another.
got straight on into Mitch.
How many
Ennis
warnings
is
is Lucas on? I'll check now.
Oh,
Race
just stays
director.
out. They're all staying out. Ennis is the only one in. And it's a drive through for the AlphaTauri. Karl Mack stays out. Lucas stays out as well.
This is going to be
Oh,
spicy.
this is interesting. Surely if you're Ennis, surely you just should have potentially stayed out here. He's going to be P5
He's got the penalty, so we'll need to overtake Lucas.
and make 3 seconds in 4 laps. And Lucas is probably going to get a podium now out of this.
Well, Lucas has no one behind to block, so he'll need to get past Kyle ASAP. Otherwise, he'll just get swarmed by those on the softs.
I'm going to make a prediction there. One of the Astons is finishing in the top 5.
Thinking about it now, I think Lucas maybe should have boxed. He would have been behind Ennis, maybe Mitch. Was he ahead of Mitch? I think so. So he would have only lost
Just
1 position. Which I think is probably worth it for brand new soft.
I think, is he in a spot right now where he wins the championship?
If it finishes like this, he does win the championship. I think. Because of Carl's penalty.
How many penalties does Carl have?
Actually-
Oh my god, he has 12. Yeah, he definitely... Does he? We'll have to do the maps after.
Lucas is on 2 warnings.
Oh!
I need to
Imagine he picks up for 3 seconds.
I'll need to check if they're both for track limits. So one was for track limits, lap 4.
This race is... I don't even know.
And then another lap 12 for track limits.
The start of this season was so much calmer than this, I'll tell you that. We had a few collisions here and there. The end of this season has been just all over the place. And I think we're probably going to be restarting next lap. Which means we're going to have a 2-lap sprint, which means everyone's going to be sending everything. And
Lucas, it's not time to save the
David
battery.
Hoy could win this race. I'm telling you that now, David Hoy could probably win this race.
He's the only person on softs without a penalty.
It could be a Williams 1-2 here, you know. This could actually be a Williams 1-2.
Oh yeah, neither Williams has a penalty, so if it finishes...
That's the constructors wrapped and the drivers,
all
I think.
Lucas needs to do is not get spun out.
Essentially. But he has got everyone on... He's the car... Like, I genuinely think if he'd have pitted, he'd be in a better spot.
Yeah.
Because he's the car that everyone wants to get past. Everyone's got to get past him to make progress up the field. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how this will pan out. I suspect we'll get one final lap under safety car.
Well, we'll be
Callum
crowning a
Pearson-
champion today because I think even after post-race penalties, I think if Lucas finishes second, and based on penalties where Ennis and Kyle finish,
But Ennis only has 3 seconds, and everyone else
true.
has more.
Ennis, if he gets outscored, it depends really. But I think Lucas hasn't really done anything wrong this race. Safety car's in!
Ooh.
Oh, here we go.
That's
So we are going to get 1 lap of DRS, aren't we?
not on the main straight though.
Not on the main straight though. As off we go, Kyle's just done something illegal, and Lucas is going for it! What is this restart? Anything going for it as well? Oh my, there might be 4 wide here. There genuinely could be 4 wide into turn 1. Surely Ennis just brakes, like he's got to go for it. He's going down the inside of the 2 of them. He's managed to get past Kyle. Larry's gone deep, he's up to second. Can he build that 3-second gap is the question. Lucas is getting bogged down. Mitch is going for the move on him at the moment. There's an Aston Martin brand of Adam Lapage. He clearly hates safety car restarts or something. As he's been around every single one so far. As I don't even know what's going on. Lucas has spun Mick out. Yeah, and Larry's gone as well. Both Williams are just getting caught up in everything right now. As there goes New Adam down the inside. Staines all over the back here. David's had a moment, and that's going to cost him a bit.
Oh, and David's been sent into the wall.
Damage. Lucas definitely got damage. Who's in the wall?
David got sent into the wall. I think him and Mitch had an oopsie daisy. Lucas is in P5.
Yeah, but he's really under pressure at the moment, and he has taken Mitch out as well.
Yeah.
And he's constantly just losing time at the moment. He's shedding time as here comes Ennis against Argent for the lead of this race.
This is going to be spicy.
He's going to deploy everything.
Dumping the batteries.
I think Ennis is just he's got to go for it. He needs this race win. But he's going to get the gap. I think he is going to win this race in the end after all. As long as there's not between the 2 of them. Ennis is round.
Kyle leads the race. But has 12 seconds of penalties.
Kyle back in first, but he's got 12 seconds.
And
Oh gosh, what is going on? New Adam's into first place. Lucas runs 4th, Ennis is down to 8th, and then there's a fight at the front. New Adam's completely cut the corner off. There's contact again. Kyle's almost taken him out. Oh, just they're all over the back. Oh no, this is not good. There's going to be some serious penalties after this one.
I'm going to be busy.
Yeah, just a bit, as we still got 2 laps to go. I wouldn't even say this is your final order. Yeah, Ennis is literally back. Oh, Ennis is gone! Oh! Callum Pitts has just completely lost. He's missiled him. Oh, someone's ran that Archer as well. What is actually happening? Staines in 3rd, fighting with Lucas. And with these 2 been fighting the whole race, and it's still going. As Lucas Rudd's going to go down the inside. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. David Hoy's 5th. Does he? I swear he's missing a bit of front wing from damage or something. No, he's not, but... What's going on?
We're talking about Ennis needing to not mess things up. And not get
He didn't mess things up though, he got taken out completely by an AlphaTauri.
Ah.
It's completely not his fault. Arjun's just gone straight into him. Like...
I mean, Lucas didn't get the best restart, but he's in 3rd. Pre-penalties. We'll check the penalties now. And both of the leaders have 12 seconds. Both of the leaders have 12 seconds, which means that Lucas or David is going to be winning this race.
I think it all depends on the final sector here. As here comes David. Oh, he's made a mare of that, and Staines going to say hello. And go for a move.
But Stain has the penalty. All David needs to do is not spin. I think David's won. If Lucas gets reported by Mitch, which is probably happening. And
well, let's see what this final order is, because it's going to look weird.
It is going to look weird.
Lucas Rudd, David Hoy, Stain, Kyle Mack drops all the way to 6th.
I'll switch it to leader. So, Lucas, if he gets a penalty, drops down to P3. So outscores Kyle by 7 points,
That's the
winning the
exact amount.
championship.
That's the exact amount.
I think Lucas has won the championship, provided he gets at most 5 seconds of penalties. Do you want to invite people in for interviews?
What is, like...
Could you also do a message telling people that if they have had an incident, to just report it and not do any bad names and stuff?
Yeah, you get the race actor.
I will do that. Game gives drive of the day to David. I'll give it to David because he didn't kill anyone on stream. Race director. Here's all the tyres. Stains on the classic 4-stop strategy. Here's the incidents. Quite a lot. And here's the pit stops. Go back to here. 52 minutes for our race leader, so not the quickest race, but I've seen races go over 2 hours, although that was a 100%. That was crazy. Now we have a minute of calm before the interviews. Interviews which will be coming up shortly. I'll drag Kyle. Actually, I can't drag Kyle in for an interview because someone messed up the Discord permissions.
Who do we think that was?
Hmm.
They'll all be fixed after the season. Considering it's such a... Do you want to invite Lucas in?
You
So
can do it.
Or should we just... I mean, what do we do? Is he a... I don't know.
Assuming he only gets 5 seconds. Just invite people in. What was... Hugo says don't do interviews. Should we go for Kyle or Stain first for an interview? Only you can drag them in, so you have all the power.
Right, so we're doing one at a time, just for safety and
Makes sense.
people not just blatantly shouting at each other.
I'm just saying, calmly. I know. You know the whole championship, but who else joined? Oh, it's gonna be
I'm here
mental.
to jeopardise your one at a time.
Right, no, get out.
Get out.
I muted David on my end, so you wouldn't be able to hear him on stream.
It's just that I'm sorry, but Arjun just kept on sending it every single corner, and just.
If you think Arjun's done a crime, you can report it in F3 incidents.
I know. I forgot to save the replay, but I'm sorry. But I'm just watching the replay. But there's nothing on it. But it's just insane. It was very close though.
P1 on track, but 12 seconds of penalties.
I didn't even get P1 on track. Yeah. No, I got like I got P6.
Yeah.
But yeah. I need to see if I can actually get anything from the YouTube stream. Hopefully. Okay, I'll let you guys
Yeah.
interrogate everyone else now. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Does David come now? Although he's not.
Let's get
in a...
Lucas.
Yeah,
Actually,
let's
no,
go.
Dave. Let's go for Lucas. No, we'll go for Lucas last. We'll go for David.
Okay,
David. Oi, you're back now.
I need to unmute him. Okay, you're muted now.
Unmuted.
Unmuted. Yes, I can't say words.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
probably race win. We think.
I mean, I'll take it.
What happened
Anyone
with your
could have
spin?
won that race. I happened with my spin. To be honest, like, I have been up for about 21 hours at this point, and I was like, I could see like little mistakes creep in. Like, I don't know if you were on board with me at all and see me like drop the rear and catch it, but it was just a worse version of that. Which was annoying, especially with the wing damage. I was hoping I could just 360 it and be all right. But after France, where I got the rear wing damage, I got a bit scared of doing that. So I just thought, oh, we'll see what happens. Luckily, safety car came out.
Yep.
And then, yeah. I think on track, it probably could have been a win after the safety car. But I had another moment, and Mitch went for a gap that I closed just because there was a car on my inside, and that gave me front wing damage and underbody damage. I did also see the juicy takeout on NS.
Yeah.
That one was hard to watch, to be fair, because he'd been up there all race. I thought I was going to have a nice tasty fight with him on track pre-spin, but that didn't quite happen.
How was your experience of the 27 car melee? It felt like at the end.
I mean, after everyone went, like, I didn't really feel like trying to chance it in second or third gear with the pit limiter or whatever it is. So I thought, I'll wait. I'm at the back anyway. I saw Adam zoom off nearly like into the back of two people. He was closing on the back of that melee really quickly, and I thought, well, I'll just kind of wait. And luckily, I managed to get past Adam because he lagged, and then the next thing I know, he was like stationary in turn 2. So he must have had a spin. But then everything else just kicked off. It was side by side everywhere, contact everywhere, cars going off track. I managed to thread it through quite nicely until I nearly lost it, and then I got a little pat on the back from Mitch, but I think we were in comms at the time, and he was like, "Oh, there's a gap there," and then there wasn't. I was like, "Yeah, sorry about that, mate." But yeah, I mean, if this is a win, I'll take it. I don't think anyone really deserved the win.
No one deserves to win.
To be fair,
avoid the race. Just get rid of it.
From what I was told,
All the championship lead, or the free fighting for the championship on equal points. I don't know. No, that's not fair.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that Rod had like a potential penalty coming his way or anything, so I was just kind of trying to win on track. Because...
Yeah, kind of just did
kind of pile drived him into 5, I think, or 6. I don't know.
Oof. Well,
we'll see.
No, Mitch, I'm not telling you to report it, but
report it.
Rudd's won the championship anyway, right?
Yeah.
Even with a 5-second.
Right.
Do the maths.
Although I could feel like giving a 10-second penalty for the race. I can't commentate next week.
Should we move on because we need to get people? Yeah. All right. Okay, goodbye, David. We need to get for everyone. Have fun. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, yeah, hello. Can you hear us?
Hear me? Yes, I can hear you guys. How are you?
That's good. We're doing good, thank you. How are you doing after that race?
Oh man, yes, it was hectic. It was chaos. Yes, but even this last couple of races, I must say, even on Hungaroring, it was. But it was nice fighting Rude. It was, like I said, I didn't intend to, but it was a nice fight. Take unnecessary chances. And like I said, the penalties, I'm trying to stay away from the penalties, but unfortunately this race is that 3-second But yeah, yes, all the other penalties. It was even that I thought there was only going to be one, and then we had another one, and the pit stop from the mediums to the softs. Yeah, it was actually better.
We got to see your fight. It looked like you're having a great fight with Lucas all race. Even at the end in the carnage, you still managed to find each other on track and keep fighting, which was...
Yes, actually he was doing good after the last pit. Yeah, he got away from me a bit, and then I think the guys in front of him, I don't know who it was, but they kept him up a bit, and then I managed to catch up a bit. And yeah, like I said, it was a good race. He's a good driver. I wouldn't take unnecessary chances. When I think there was danger, I backed out. But yeah, like I said, it was all a good race. Mexico is crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of penalties, a lot of...
Yes.
It's definitely, when there's a late safety car, people get very aggressive with fighting, I will say.
Yes.
It's difficult to overtake at the best of times. A lot of the corners are quite tight, so I think it's always inevitable to have a few collisions, but that was a lot more than I expected, to be fair.
Yeah. Like I said, I struggled in the first sector, but I think my middle sector, the chicanes, I managed to catch up a bit. But it's only the second sector wasn't. Yeah, you can't have only one sector. I had to have the first sector as well. But yeah, all in all, it was a good race. I didn't even expect to be in the top 5 even. But like I said, the penalties and all of those things, yeah, it makes up. Interesting season, yeah. Coming to an end now.
Definitely. Just one more rain to go, and well, that will be it for the season. Thanks for joining us for the
Yes,
interview.
guys. Thank you very much for the interview. Enjoy, and thank you for hosting this.
Yeah.
Have a good night, eh?
Yeah, have
Thanks,
a good
guys.
night too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Time for the final interview, I think.
Yeah, we got... Right, so, moving on to Lucas then. P1
Yes.
there. We didn't see
Asterix.
too much of your race. All we saw was a really good fight with the Ferrari. It didn't look good
Yeah.
for you at all.
No, not at the start.
And then now you've ended up here in a spot where you've won the race. We saw one collision on stream, which could be a potential penalty.
Yeah.
But even with a penalty from that, we think you're still champion at this point.
Yeah. For my math, it's also quite close, but I can't really figure it out if I'm champion or not.
Let me do some maths. It's never
Yeah.
good when I do maths, but I'll try. Right.
Yeah, but what place did Kyle finish in?
So Kyle finished in P6, so he gets 8 points.
Yeah, and I get.
So
if I get the
you
5
got
second,
25.
but
So that's
I don't know if I'm gonna get the 5 second because I was just watching the clip and I also think that Mitch did some, like, he turned very aggressive to the right, even though like he knew I was there. He had just overtaken me.
yeah.
So I don't know.
It'll be
but
a
yeah.
close one. Okay, so without that, obviously you're champion. Even with that, you're still champion. So
Sounds good.
unless Carl's going to get something removed, you have won tier 3.
Let's go.
And you've done it with one rain to go, which is probably what you wanted today.
Yeah, totally. That was totally what I wanted. Yes, that was the goal, I guess.
Which track are you
think-
choosing for next season?
I think Singapore. That was fun, and I didn't quite get to race there because me and Mitch collided. And I want to get a real good race in Singapore. I like that track.
Yeah. So
So-
Singapore will be being added to next season's calendar then.
Yeah.
That joins our current tracks of Suzuka, Jeddah, and China, which have been selected from the 2 season 2 champions and Iron.
China?
Tier one.
No.
Go ask Iron. Why China? If you
Looking
want to know
forward
why.
to,
Almost as bad
Suzuka.
as Portimao.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to Suzuka. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's a nice racetrack.
Well, we'll get to updating the standings, and after shoot verdicts, we'll be able to obviously guarantee you as champion. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed there. So
Yeah.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. And thank you for hosting this event. It has been nicely done.
It's been interesting with crossplay here and there, but you know what?
But
It's
that's out of your
managed.
hands.
Yeah, it's out of our hands. We can't really do much with game issues, but yeah.
Let's hope next game is gonna be better, even though it probably won't. But let's cross our fingers.
Yeah, we can hope. We
Yeah.
can hope. Anyways, I think that's where we're going to end this stream. A lot has happened in that race, and by a lot I mean definitely a lot.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, we'll be back next week for the final round in Brazil, which has a sprint race. So something's going to happen again. 100%. I already know it. But yeah. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.